Folks, so in today's video, I'm going to show you guys what to look for when buying a used camper. How to get a good deal. This is a toy hauler. It's a fifth wheel toy hauler, metal sided. So you got two options, metal sided or fiberglass sided. I'll go through everything, what I look for, what you should look for, things that are easy fixes that you shouldn't be afraid of that help you drive the price down. So I'll show you guys some things that I looked at when I checked out this camper that I drove the price down to get the deal I got on it. And I'll show you the repair process in it because it's all simple, quick, easy stuff. Coming to my own, you're watching the Uncle Mike YouTube channel. Stick around. The biggest thing right off the bat is 360, what you can see just walking around it. Is there holes in the wall? Is there big dents? Is there any cracks? Does anything look just straight messed up just from the eye, just looking at it? In this case, we do not have any problems with that. And in the next case, this trailer is a metal sided trailer. It's not a fiberglass sided trailer. The back door is a fiberglass door, but it's not de-lammed, so I cannot show you what de-lam looks like. I will insert a photo of what de-lammed fiberglass looks like. But on a metal trailer, you can look down the side, a quick indication if there's you got any wall rot going on here. The wall might be bowed out. Come through here and bow out. This thing's fairly straight all the way through. And now, you can take it with a grain of salt or not. I'm an industry professional. I've been in the business for over 7 years, own my own business, and I know campers and motorhomes like the back of my hand. So I'll show you guys how to not get screwed. Like I said, you want to go around and feel, make sure there's something behind the walls, feeling you're checking for dry rot. And right off the bat, you can't really see anything wrong with this trailer. Both sides checked out fine in that aspect, but it does need an awning. They cost a little bit of money. If you're going to have someone do one installed, it depends on your area. I can't really give you a price because some places just labor rates are a lot higher than others. And it's got a fridge vent that's missing. And the AC shroud's busted. So those are the three first things I seen when I pulled up to this. Busted AC, missing a fridge vent, and needs an awning. So we'll come inside. I've already ordered everything to fix what we needed to fix on it. The next big thing you need to look for, you need to look around the entire ceiling for evidence of leaking. And now this having this carpeted ceiling, this stuff shows water leaks like you wouldn't believe. So you want to check all around this thing for water leaks, evidence of a water leak. And this whole trailer, I've looked it over. We've got nothing, no evidence of a water leak anywhere in here other than right here, but it is solid around it. But you can see how obvious that looks. It's all solid. There's no rot. Good deal. This was missing that vent. I had to replace this vent. I did that before we parked it here because I didn't want a bunch of dust blowing in there. Missing a vent lid. They're cheap, but it's something you got to buy. So add it to the cost breakdown. So I did not get to check the hot water heater because when I turned this thing on, the hot water heater on, I was checking all the faucets, checking the cold water. Well, I broke the doggone knob here in the bathroom. So I told them, I said, well, if I don't buy it, I'll give you 20 bucks for the new valve. So now I don't have a faucet in here. So I did not get to check the water heater. So that's one thing I'm kind of gambling on right now, is whether or not that water heater works. But got a new valve ordered. It should be here soon. But I've checked the entire system water-wise other than the hot water heater because I just had to shut it off because it was leaking. Now when you put water on these units, you need to check for leaks. You can see someone gobbled something all over the back of this trying to fix that leak. Instead of just spending the doggone $39 to get a new valve, and it doesn't fix it. It still leaks. So new valve and a new floor seal. Swap this thing out. If you're going to look at one of these things, it is best to make sure they can have this thing powered up so you can check the fridge. Fridges cost a good bit of money for these campers, and if you can't check it, if they're telling you that it works, you're buying that thing on a gamble and good faith that that person's not lying to you. And I'll show you real quick on the outside what is a telltale sign that your RV fridge is failing. So you come out here, get into the fridge access. As you can see, it's dirtier than all get out in there, but you would see a yellow substance, yellow powder on the back here on this floor, and that's an ammonium mixture that this is called a cooling unit on the back of this fridge, and that's what it uses. It doesn't use like Freon like a house fridge. It uses this ammonia mixture, and basically the fridge is just a giant heat sink, and it just pulls the heat out of the fridge. It does not pump cold air into the fridge. But you check this area for some yellow powder, and in this case, we didn't have any. So it was working, the fridge was plugged in, everything was good, so I was happy with that. Another big thing you want to check, make sure that the landing gear works, because if the landing gear don't work, if you can't even do it manually, how are you going to load it onto your vehicle? Another thing you can use to drive the price down pretty quick is by checking the tires and checking the date code. And I knew off the bat going up there that the tires were junk. I asked him, I said, hey, what's the date code on the tires? I got a 6-hour drive. I'm not trying to drive on those tires if they're junk. And he said he had no idea. And then he sent me some pictures. And I said, okay, those tires are 11 years old, man. You're going to have to do something about that price. And he said, okay. And he cut down the price. And we agreed upon a lower price than I had originally offered him, under his price. So we're looking pretty good with the new tires on there. And some food for thought. If you're buying a used trailer, especially if you're not sure, private party, and you're not sure what kind of stuff has been done to it maintenance wise, it would be a great benefit to you to just go through it and do a bunch of work on it. That's what I'm about to do here, is do an annual service on this thing and install these new parts. And at one point I do want to pull the wheels, tires off to get the hubs off so I can do a brake inspection and a repack of the wheel bearings. Now let me jump up here on the roof and show you what to look for up there and more things that you can use to drive the price down. So this roof is in great shape, but like I said, you can see from the floor, doggone air conditioner needs a shroud, and I've got a new shroud. Everything's sealed, and see how that's cracked like that? You're gonna need to get a reseal done. You're gonna need to get in here and scrape all this off, or take it to a shop and pay for them to reseal this roof, because you're setting yourself up for failure and risking water intrusion in the future of your investment. So another thing I noticed when I got up here, broken sewer vent. It's cheap, but it's broke, so it's something else you got to replace. Take the price down. That's that new vent, and I said it. This one's missing. The other two were looking pretty rough. I said 3 vents. Just kind of added everything up roughly and gave it to him, and he said, you know, let's make a deal. Let's get working on it. But you definitely want to get up here. Be careful up here. When you're moving around, you want to check for soft spots in the roof, which would just be evidence of a leak, which on this unit, it's very solid up here. So I'm going to go in there and get into that box of parts I got, and we'll get new shroud on, 2 new sewer caps. I'm going to pull the base up. The new base should be here soon. I'll probably actually leave it. I don't want nothing flying in there, even though there already is a doggone hole in it. But I'll wait till I get that base here, and everything else is going to get scraped up and resealed. Now, this unit does have onboard generator, so you're going to want to test that out as well. Fire that thing up and check for power. I have the microwave unplugged because it does need a microwave. And here's something to look for. When you put power on, microwave just starts. And then none of the push buttons work on the microwave itself. So it needs a microwave. Drop the price down. Use it to your negotiating advantage. Go ahead and just unplug that thing. No need for that. But everything works as it should. Another big thing, big ticket item is these air conditioners. You want to make sure that air conditioner works. There are quite a few things on these things. A roof replacement costs a lot of money. New air conditioner costs a lot of money. Fridge costs a lot of money. Complete awning costs a lot of money. All I need is a fabric. Fabrics are like anywhere from $250 to $300. That way you can get an understanding here how I beat the guy up on the price and how you guys can do the same thing. That way nobody wants to get screwed over. And especially in today's day and age, people are quick to do it to you. So some big key takeaways here. You're just going to want to make sure that you're identifying things that you're going to have to spend even more of your hard-earned money into to fix your camper, your investment. It's not a sound investment by any means, but you're investing your money into it. You know, this is something you want to do. You want to go out there with your family and you want to go camping and stuff like that. So you're going to spend the money to do that. Well, you might want to make sure that you're spending your money in a good place, because some of these trailers, there's an acronym they say for boats, bust out another 1,000. Some of these trailers they're right there with them. So it's just finding something you're okay with, something you don't want to dump a lot of money into. That's why I'm telling you now to look for these items here. That way you can get yourself a good deal, find you a decent trailer. That way you can get out there, enjoy your time with your family, enjoy it. Everyone's days here are numbered. No one lives forever. Just gotta enjoy it while you can. That's all we do here.